Jensen and I'm from Cherry Rose Cottage Crafts. Today I'm going to be using Adobe Photoshop Creative Suites 2 and we're going to be using an image by Mo Manning called Waiting for Rain to digitally paper piece. This is a fun little technique that you can use instead of fussy cutting all of those digital papers or all of your design papers later on. So what you need to do is go to your file and open up the image that you're going to be using. So it's an adorable little picture by Mo Manning. You also want to open up the digital paper that you intend on paper piecing. For this I'm going to choose some spots. Now with the spots we want to go to Edit and we want to press Define Pattern, and this is going to come up as a pattern name and you just want to press OK on that. You can get rid of that pattern box now, you don't need it now. We're just going to be working with the digital image now, so you can make that screen bigger if you want so that you can see. We're going to be paper piecing her jacket for this example. So the first thing that you need to do is go down to this background here and you need to duplicate the layer. Doesn't matter what you call it, just as long as you have two down here identical. You just want to turn off the little eye for the first one. After that, you want to go into your selections here and you want to press on this little icon here. You may see a different icon there. It may be currently on a lasso tool. So you want to pick the magnetic lasso. This is a special little tool in your file that will allow the selection as you go around. You just hold down your mouse button to actually grip to any line that it passes. You just want to go around roughly the coat. Doesn't have to be too neat. Doesn't matter if it goes onto some things and misses others, just as long as it's roughly around the area that you need and that it's on the outside of the coat and doesn't skip to the inside of the coat anywhere. We can fix up any mistakes that we do afterwards. After that's selected, you want to go over to the Select tab up here and you want to press Inverse. Now go to Edit and press Clear. That's going to delete everything else other than her jacket. But don't worry, down here remember we have this saved background that has the full image still. So go back up to Select now and you want to deselect to get rid of all the layers. Now we obviously don't want all of those bits, we just want her coat. So now we're just going to go to the eraser and we're going to get rid of any bits that aren't the coat. You might have to get a little bit closer in to do this. You don't have to be really fussy about it. You just have to have a definite line between where her coat starts and the rest of the area, just to block it out so that when we fill, it doesn't fill across this line with the pattern. So it doesn't matter if you leave the rest of the bits sitting there. And you'll see why once I've finished, why it really doesn't matter if there's little bits sticking out too much. Just as long as you've gotten rid of, just as long as there's a line that covers the bits that you don't want to be coloured in the pattern. So of course you can be as neat or as rough as you like doing this bit. Okay, so for my example, that's as neat as I'm going to make it. So now you want to go over to this bucket tool and press on it. You want to go up here where it says foreground, and you want to press on pattern. Now, when you go to here, this gives you all the patterns that are currently preset. You should have these two first lines. You want to go to this bottom line here, and this last one here. It says right there exactly BC Lucky PP5. That's the one that I've currently added. That's the digital paper that I've purchased and added to my file and made into a pattern here. So just press on that one. And if we go over to here and press on that, that now gives us our spots that we had before. And you can press on that bit, press on that bit, making sure you get all the pieces of the jacket. There you go. Now, you're probably wondering, where's the rest of her body gone? Well, when we press the little eye back on, we now get, I'll just zoom out there. We now have her in her lovely paper pieced design there, with the rest of the image there. So as you can see, you didn't have to be really careful around there, as long as there was a direct line between where you were adding and where you were placing the bucketed fill, so it didn't go over into that secondary area. So there you go. That's how you paper piece in Adobe Photoshop digitally. I hope this saves you lots of pieces of paper and lots of arthritis in your fingers cutting out with the scalpel later on. So happy crafting from Amanda from Cherry Rose Cottage Crafts. Thank you.